Hey, Mike here. I'm going to show you how to connect all the cables of your Sisu robot. Brought in my KRC4 or the cabinet. I've got my Sisu case with the tablet and wand, and also a KUKA pendant and cables, which I'll show you in just a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the Sisu hardware. And I'm just following along the in the quick guide. So if you've got a quick guide, you can feel free to reference that. I'm just going to go along with those steps. Okay, so first things first, this black cable with the black plugs on it, I'm going to connect that to the SIM and the other end to the case. That just plugs right there where it says SRC case. And then on the side of the case, it plugs in on the connector that's black. There's one that's green, there's one that's black. Next thing, I'm going to pull out my tablet. And plug that into the green connector on the side of the case. And then if my wand isn't already connected, you plug that in. I've already got mine connected, so we're good to go there. All right, and that's all it takes for the Sisu hardware. The next thing we'll do is we'll run the robot cables. So from the cabinet over to the robot. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is hook up our ground wire. And that is just right over here on this stud. Either one is fine. Next, we'll plug in this robot power cable. It just snaps right on there. Then robot data. The screw side goes up. And then the mastering switch. And that just screws right on. Okay. One more thing we are going to connect is the SIM, the combo cable. That's this green one. So it's going to go from the SIM over to the robot. Okay, so that's it. We've got our Sisu hardware hooked up. We've got our robot hooked up. Monitor feed, you know, you could hook that up at this point as well. But we're ready to power on. So that's what I like to do last. There's a couple things we're going to plug in. We'll plug in the SIM. It comes with its own power cable, just plugs into wall power. And then we'll plug our cabinet into our transformer. Now I'm going to get the KUKA pendant, which you really don't need this very often. Mainly just for troubleshooting, but I like to go ahead and plug it in because you have it if you need it. And I'm just going to hide it and plug it in to the cabinet right here where it says X19, and that's it. We're plugged in. I can hear the fans whirring. It's got power. Watch the next video on how to power up and bring up the Sisu Lab software.
Yeah.